Right, back live tonight, PM in Focus, and thanks for staying on. Joburg Mayor Gwamanda set to face an Action SA-sponsored motion of no confidence next week. This after a criminal case was opened against him for allegedly running a funeral Ponzi scheme, which is said to have defrauded Soweto residents. Our Jama-ah leader, Ganief Hendricks, joins us now for more on that. Ganief, good to have you. Thank you very much for your time. It's a motion of no confidence that has been there, I think, ever since Mayor Gwamanda was sworn in. It just kind of kept being delayed up until this particular time. In the meantime, we've been waiting to see what is going to be of that case and what evidence the opposition has on that. Are you any clearer on that matter?
Look, we're quite clear on the matter. Our legal team has been working very hard on it. There's no case, there's no merits, but I don't want to go into that. The matter is sub judice. And as you know, that it's not about something that happened 11 years ago. It is purely to make the city of Johannesburg ungovernable. Motions of no confidence has been around since January this year. And the Democratic Alliance has given leadership by submitting a private member's bill, arguing against these motions of confidence which are frivolous, which is harming our democracy, and which is destabilizing, in this particular case, the city of Johannesburg. And so we now note that the motion of no confidence is on the agenda. The Speaker was forced to accept the decision of the Programming Committee, although we all know it's a frivolous motion. It's a motion that the Action SA is going to lose. We are prepared for the motion. We were also prepared for the motion against our previous mayor, but we decided that we do not want to jeopardize the coalition that has brought stability to the city of Johannesburg, where 8 or 9 political parties are working together, and the best of breed is running the city. I worked the ground and spoke to very recently most of the senior officials, and they are very happy that they have the best of breed of 9 political parties. Those political parties, we are solidly behind one another. We have our different positions, but each one tries and help one another achieve their objectives. The officials in the city says that when there is just one party running the show, then, they are blackmailed. They've got no choice. They just have to do what is told to them. But now that the power is shared amongst 8 or 9 political parties, their productivity has increased. They are very confident. They have thanked me for making many of them permanent because they were acting for over a year like Hollywood, and now they're permanent. And when we changed from the one mayor to the another mayor, there was no changes in the officials, and there is stability now, and we are looking forward to Jama-ah serving the full term in the city of Johannesburg. That is the undertaking that was given to me at the commemoration funeral of Willie Ganwala, when I was surprised that the Premier came to me and said he's spoken to the other political parties. They have realized that Jama-ah had the support of the minority parties, which they've been working with for the past year. Yes. And they want us to lead. And each time I met these leaders, they give me the assurance and say, Honorable Hendricks, why are you so worried? Why are you asking so many questions? Why do you run to
I suppose why one would ask so many questions is because of the rhetoric, for example, around the 2024 elections. We know that the Patriotic Alliance holds the swing vote. It's the swing vote of the Patriotic Alliance that secured the Gwamanda's ascendancy into the mayorship. And their rhetoric around the 2024 elections would be that they would easily, part ways with the ANC any day. They are not necessarily tied to the ANC at the hip. Now, this is a coalition of ANC, EFF, Jama-ah, AIC, AHC, ATM, the Good Party, PAC, COPE, and APC to an extent. And will you say you are still guaranteed of that PA vote?
Look, they have tried to assure me that, they have their political agendas, they've got their strategies. They tell me, don't believe everything you hear. We are solidly behind a stable city of Johannesburg for the sake of the residents of Johannesburg. And we're not gonna disturb something that is good. And Executive Mayor Gwamanda is doing an excellent job. He is an activist mayor. Every day he spends 2 hours going around to check city projects. And then he also checks projects that is near to the heart of the other political parties to see how he can assist. And this is what they like. He obviously has a very balancing act to play, because if he is seen to favor the EFF or the ANC, the other political parties will kick him out. So he has to play a leadership role, and he has to do what he feels is in the best interest of the city of Johannesburg. And they respect him for that. And we feel that this action by Action SA to proceed with the motion of confidence, which they've been trying since June, the DA didn't support them. I don't see how the DA will support them again, because the DA is against these frivolous motions of no confidence. It will destroy the DA's efforts to get their private members' bill even debated in Parliament. It will be a big joke if they come with a private members' bill that there should just be one motion of no confidence a year, and here they support in 3 or 4 in 3 or 4 months. It will show the hypocrisy, and the DA are not hypocrites. So I don't see why Action SA wants to show that they are continuing with frivolous actions, not supported by anyone. They're not going to get the numbers. But, in politics, anything happens. So you may, after next week, down the Honorable Hendricks, you must fall on your sword. Then I'll fall on my sword. So, but as I speak now, everyone is contacting me, assuring me, stop worrying. And, your executive mayor is doing a good job, and that will count at the end of the day. Don't come and tell us what he did what happened 11 years ago. The very people that he was accused of, I don't know doing what, are people who gave their vote to him in the last elections. And I tell you that Jama-ah is going to do very well in Soweto, because 2 kids of Soweto become executive mayors. We have done Soweto proud. And the voters in Soweto won't forget that. They're going to reward Jama-ah in 2024.
Yeah. Ms. Ganief, what do you make of this? I want to get your thoughts about what is about 2 days ago or so, 21st of August, is this report saying that the president was speaking at an event somewhere in Gauteng. It was an ANC event. Of course, he was speaking to his constituency. And he says he thinks that Dada Morero should actually return to the position of mayor, saying, before I'm accused of campaigning for him, the reason I say so is that Dada has a good grasp of what the council needs.
Look, Dada is a very good mayor. I agree with the president. Gwamanda is also a good mayor. So the coalition has the advantage of having quite a few leaders who are good mayors. I spoke to the president about, the fact that what happened to our first mayor and the second mayor. And the president has said, look, I need to give you support to make sure that your mayor does well. And as you know, I also favor Dada Morero, and I'm also going to do what I can for him. And so this was a Dada Morero event, and obviously the president had to play to the gallery. So, and he was also saying he's not campaigning for Dada Morero. to be the premier in 224. He was just, that is how, comrades talk to one another.
Yeah.
So that was comradely talk. But the president knows that the partners in the coalition running Joburg, they have felt that it is everyone's best interest and the interest of the residents of the city of Joburg that Jama-ah takes the lead and gives them an executive mayor. We've given them 2 now. After the 2, we just have 1 left, and then they're stuck with me. And I don't think they want me as mayor of the city of Joburg. They want me to stay in parliament. They will miss me if I leave parliament. So, the president is aware of we must accept that the party with the numbers must get the mayoral seat.
Yeah.
Even the Moonshot Pact people, they have agreed among themselves that it will not be necessary that the DA will become the president of the country. They are dreaming of winning. They first dreamed to go to the moon, and I don't know where they're going to. India has now landed on the moon, so there's no place for them on the moon. So we feel that in the city of Joburg, it is in the best interest of the residents of Joburg, the present status quo, and that we should be allowed to continue the good work. The first mayor appointed permanent staff, the second mayor with the help of Dada Marrero have stabilized the finances. There's still work to be done. And he's an activist mayor. And then also you saw during BRICS, we turned Sandton into a model place, And Jama-ah's only been there for a few months, and if we can do that to Sandton, we can do that to the whole of the metro. And that is the instructions I've given the mayor. I told him, you've shown us what you can do in Sandton to impress the world as they come for BRICS. Everything is spotless. And now you can do that to the rest of Joburg, so that Joburg can become the iconic city that it once was.
Ganief, appreciate your time. Thanks so much for coming on. Leader of Jama-ah there, Ganief Hendricks. They are firmly behind Gwamanda, and he says been given reassurance not to panic, not to worry. This coalition is intact, and they support the work that Gwamanda has been doing so far. Well.